Okay, in this brief training video, I'm going to show you how to add a digital signature to a fillable PDF form. So here we have the Ohio Department of Education CTE 37 form. It's a fillable PDF form, so you can click in the different areas and type in the information. A couple check boxes here so you can check what license you're applying for, or what license you're covered under, your endorsements, teaching fields and everything. The fields are all pretty self-explanatory. You went ahead and pre-filled a school district and IRN out. But these fields that have the little red arrow in the upper left-hand corner, those are signature fields. So they're a special type of form field that allows you to add a digital signature to the form. It's as if you're signing it with a pen or something of that nature. So this is Adobe Reader, so you can complete these forms, save the content, and also fill out a digital signature using just Reader. You do not have to have Adobe Pro for that. And of course, Adobe Reader is free for download. It's on the majority of all computers. It should be on all of Upper Valley Career Center district computers. If not Reader, you might have Pro, but either one, it'll work in either one. Again, Adobe Reader is free. So we're just going to click in the applicant signature. It's the first time you've created a digital signature on your computer using Reader. This will come up. So we're going to configure a digital ID, and all the digital ID is going to be is an encrypted file that is stored on your computer that then can be applied to Adobe PDF files that have digital signature fields. So we're going to do configure digital signature. We're going to create a new one because we've not created a digital signature, or the assumption is you don't have a digital signature created yet, so it's this last option. And we're just going to go ahead and save that to a file. Now that file will be saved to your local computer, and we can save it to the My Documents section. We could save it to your network drive. You'll just need to know wherever that file is at, because in the future, if you go to apply a digital signature, since you already have one created, you can just you'll walk through a very similar process, but you'll just point it to that digital signature file that's already been saved. So we're going to save it to a file, and then you enter in all the important information. So your name. Of course, the items that are highlighted in red are required, and I guess that would technically go here. And okay, so at that point you can leave the last three fields set as they are. So you'll just verify all the data, it doesn't have any typos, and click on continue. Then you apply a password. Now this is where it's going to save the digital file. So under C, users, Bowser E, yada yada yada, Adobe Acrobat, you can go ahead and save it there, or if you want to browse, you can save it somewhere else. I do believe that this is where Adobe will look for it by default, so you might want to go ahead and just leave it there. And notice that the file name it affixes is your name, without a space, and then it's going to have this PFX extension, which is the digital ID. So we'll go ahead and do a save there, and then you have to apply a password for it. And all the password does is, if somebody were to sit down at your computer and try to digitally sign something as you, they have to know the password, or they're not going to be able to do that. So it makes the password file secure. So let me change that password. Save. And then the next thing is it says, okay, choose the file that you want for digital signing. You can have more than one digital ID file for signing. I don't know why I would need that, but again, I'm going to go ahead and do continue. And then there's what it's going to actually look like. It's actually going to put this information in that text box. So again, it asks for the PIN or the password. If you happen to forget the password, you're going to have to just create a whole new digitally signed file. So, and then sign. And then it wants to know where I want to save it. And so I'm going to save it to my desktop, and now I'm going to save it under signed, or I could save it over top of the same file. And there's my digitally signed file. At this point, I could go ahead and have the save file, and I could forward it on, for example, to the superintendent, Superintendent would go through typing this information in if it's not already keyed in. Of course, they would also then digitally sign, following the exact same procedure. They'll have their own digitally signed file, and then of course the university dean or designee would have to go through that same process. Pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Eric Bowser, Director of Technology for Upper Valley Career Center, at bowsere@uppervalleycc.org. Thank you for your time.